Hi everyone. You know, I mentioned in one of my videos that there were all different types of pastas that we ate when I was growing up. We had, you know, Sunday was sauce, gravy with meatballs and stuff. But during the week, we had different kinds of pasta. Pasta with peas, pasta with beans. This is someone asked me about one that I had mentioned. Pasta with potatoes. This is very delicious and it's very simple to make, and you could make it all in one pot. Isn't that nice? One pot. Anyway, so I have about 4 tablespoons of olive oil heating up, and now I'm going to put in, I have a half of an onion that I diced and 3 garlic cloves. Now, if it wasn't a Friday, what I would be doing is cutting up some prosciutto or pancetta and putting it in here. You could also use bacon if you like, but I like pancetta.
She doesn't eat meat on Friday.
Yes, I don't eat meat on Friday. It's a personal preference, nothing to do with religion. Although, yes, if you think about it, it is to do with religion.
It doesn't do with religion.
What?
It does have to do with religion.
Yeah. So I'm sauteing this now. If I was using the prosciutto, I would put it in with the onions and the garlic. That smells so good. Anyway, I'm going to saute this until it gets, you know, almost clear. And what I'm going to do is add to this, my son is chopping up some potatoes. I have some tomatoes that I have there. I love these little tomatoes. They're calavitas, and I think Pomi, P-O-M-I, makes them. They have crushed, they have marinara sauce, and they have like a puree, and they're only about 13 ounces. Like if you don't need to make a whole big can, these are great. Anyway, I'm sauteing this, and when the potatoes are done, we're gonna add, first I'm gonna add the tomatoes. These are still going. I'll come back when these are ready to add the rest of the stuff. Okay, these are pretty much done. My son is pureeing the tomatoes because that was crushed. And what I'm going to do now, when he's done, is add the tomatoes to the onion and garlic. Yeah, that's good, that's good. You don't want a lot of tomatoes because you don't want it to be overpowered with tomato sauce. That's a perfect amount. It's like a cup. Now, you could use chicken broth if you like, but I'm using water today, and what you could do to make up for the chicken broth is add a bouillon if you want, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add a bouillon. It gives it a lot more flavor, so you don't have to add the bouillon if you use chicken broth. This is 8 cups right here.
And she didn't have 8 cups.
I didn't have 8 cups. So what I'm going to do is put the bouillon in and add the 8 cups of water.
You also did not say the Italian version of
Oh
this.
yeah, it's called pasta patate. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but it always sounded like patate, but actually it's P-A-T-A-T-E. So what I'm going to do here is...
Sounds a little like Bhutan.
Bhutan. You know Bhutan, that's, what do you call it?
Everyone who knows. You don't have to say it.
I put the potatoes, that's 3 large potatoes, or about 1.5 pounds. And I'm going to add the salt here, if I could get it open. About a teaspoon of salt, tablespoon. I don't like too much salt because you can always add the salt, but you can't take it away. So when these potatoes are like halfway done, take about 10 minutes. I'm gonna put the cover on and let it come to a boil. But first, I'm gonna add this very delicious end of the Locatelli cheese, the grating cheese. It gives the pasta so much flavor. So I'm gonna add that in, stir it around, and let this cook about 10 minutes. And then I'll be back. And what I'm gonna do at that point is add the pasta. Like I said, everything is in one pot. It comes creamy, delicious. And I don't know why, but they always used to use different types of pasta. I like the Mafalda. I can't find it anywhere. I'm gonna try and get it online. When I go to my daughter's house in Connecticut, there's an Italian deli there that has it. I'm gonna pick up a few bags. I'm up in the boondocks here, can't find a good deli, can't find a good slice of pizza. Have to make it myself. Good thing I'm a good cook, otherwise we'd be in trouble. I'll be back when the potatoes are halfway done. Okay, so the potatoes are more than halfway done. The electric stove, you know, if you have gas, it boils much better, rapidly. But electric, I don't know, I can't even judge it.
It took about 15 minutes to boil, not 10.
So I have here some ditalini and some linguine broken up. My mother and them, they used to use all different kinds of pasta. You could throw whatever you want in there, but it's got to be like small or broken up to be small.
Did they used to use the bottom of all the boxes that weren't?
Yeah, I don't know why, but they mixed it up. Anyway, so I have this boiling and I'm gonna add the pasta right in. And this is gonna take about another 7 or 8 minutes. Mix it in well, and then just wait until the pasta is done. And meanwhile, that chunk of cheese in there, the flavor is coming out. So I'm gonna cover this and I'll be back when it's done and I'll show you. It's a delicious pasta badane. Okay, so I let the pasta cook with the potatoes and for about 7 or 8 minutes. And then I shut it off and I let it settle. The longer you let it settle, the thicker it becomes. So it's how you want the consistency. I like it kind of in between. So what I'm gonna do here is take some of this, put it in a nice little bowl. If you want it thicker, you can always put in less liquid. Instead of 8 cups, you could do 6 to 7 cups. Now this is...
Could you put something in to thicken it up too, like flour or something?
No, I wouldn't put flour. But just let it set more. Let it set like a half hour. As you let it set, the longer you let it set, the thicker it gets. I like it a little soupy, but some people like it more creamy, so that's when you make it set. What I'm gonna do here is put some cheese on it. You could put pepper. If you like, you could also put hot pepper. When you're sauteing the onions and the garlic, you could put a few pepper flakes, like a teaspoon of pepper flakes. Everybody likes it a little differently. I like it with the pepper.
And a lot of cheese.
What?
And a lot of cheese.
And a lot of cheese. It's so delicious. And with that cheese that's already in there, it's like all broken up. I'm gonna taste this. My sons tell me, make sure you don't burn your mouth on it. Well, I like it hot, you know. It tastes, I don't know.
It tastes delicious, but it's also boiling.
It's boiling. That's so good. Also, if you want it thicker, you could put more pasta in there. I put like 6 to 8 ounces of pasta. But you can put a little bit more pasta in it, thicken it up. But this is it. Pasta badam. I hope you make it. I hope you enjoy it. And until next time.